Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. As long as the mind is active, till then the samsara continues. Mind has two or three options. One option is the mind goes to sleep. And when the mind goes to sleep, samsara disappears. Therefore, when people come for meditation, they go to sleep. For them, meditation disappears. Because the training that we have given to ourselves, whenever the mind is quiet, go to sleep. Otherwise, the mind is constantly agitated. Caw, 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 caw. Good. Oh, no. See, remain relaxed. See, friends, too much of activity, doing this, doing that, and followed by obsessions about things. So much we are obsessed. Things should happen only this way, not other way. And on that, the whole mind is destroyed. Therefore, when we are functioning in this world, and if we have to live in meditation, what is essential is we have to find out, are we obsessed? Are we insisting? And that is how the mind is becoming stronger and stronger. And such minds, they are extremely vulnerable to small little things and get disturbed. Therefore, living in meditation is keeping a vigilance on the mind by the mind. So, the mind has two aspects. One aspect is the mind divides the knowledge into knower, known, and knowledge. Like when I look at this object, how do I look at this object? This is an object, step number one. Step number two, I know this is an object. And third step, I am not this object. So that knowledge where knower, known, and knowledge division happens, that knowledge is mind. And this will continue to be like this till such time we give too much importance to the objectivity in life. This is exactly what happens when there is sleep. In sleep, there is no sense of otherness. Objectivity means a sense of otherness. There is no sense of otherness. Because there is no object to know, therefore there is no knower of the object. Meditation is a conscious approach to life. not leading a mechanical life. And that mechanical lifestyle begins when we have too much importance to the objective world. Yes, everything is required, beautiful, but lead our life in such a manner that we don't get too much involved with anything or anybody in this world. This is how our mind functions. See? One day in Mumbai, probably, one lady came and she said, Swamiji, you are angry with me? So I kept quiet because I knew what is coming, arguments, logic, examples. I kept quiet. See, you are angry with me, you are not talking. So after her, pressure was released. Like when we have got pressure below or above, same quality, no difference. When you are a low pressure, if somebody comes and asks you, excuse me, can you tell me about meditation? You have got pressure. What will you talk? त्यागे नहीं कि अमृतत्व मानस. After her pressure was reduced, I said, Amma, over? Yes. So then what should I do? Tell me. Should I keep you in my lap, take a bottle, and do? What do you expect? I said, if I have to be angry, I'll be angry with someone which has any meaning. If I have to be angry, I'll be angry with God. Why don't you help me in knowing the truth? That will be useful anger. With you, the most insignificant creature in the whole universe, becoming angry with you, what I am going to get? If I am angry with a mosquito. क्यों गुस्सा हो रहे हो? So, it is our own mind's projection. We only imagine somebody loves me, somebody is angry with me, somebody likes me, somebody doesn't like me. Friends, learn to know these are the tricks of the mind by which the mind wants to become very strong and therefore constantly seeking attention. And such people are touch me not brand. You know that plant, what we call touch me not, Lazadu. You just touch it and in the same manner, such people are most miserable in their life. They have got everything, including miseries. Relax, man, relax. Meditation is, we don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Never try to evaluate the expressions of others. There was a great Mahatma, and to him one seeker was going regularly. And that Mahatma was Mastaram. So one day the seeker went and something happened. The Mahatma became very angry, abused, shouted. Everything was over. And afterwards, this seeker, who was serving him, preparing food and giving everything. Then he asked, Maharaji, you are so good, so great, but why do you become angry and use abusive language? Again he became angry. When I became angry, I never become angry. Then he said, have I called you? No. Do I ask you to go away? No. Like you come and go. It makes no difference to me. In the same manner, anger comes and goes. It makes no difference to us. So what is meditation? Is what I told a number of times. Experience without experiencer is the truth. Action without the doer is the truth. Knowledge without the knower is the truth. If you want to change your seat somewhere, you can change. Therefore, it is in this awareness that we have to conduct ourselves in day-to-day life. And for that, these aspects of the mind should be known. So mind has these two aspects. Either it goes to sleep or it is reactionary in this world. Whatever is experience, we have to react. Reaction comes in the form of comments. देखो सुनो बोलते रहो. Always comments on every small little thing in this world. Therefore, when we are consciously leading the spiritual life, then these two things should be clear to us. That the mind is not going to sleep. But if the mind goes to sleep, what is to be done? Then hold your breath. How long? Half an hour is enough. Then the mind will dissolve in consciousness. This thing happens because we had no good sleep. We were not at peace with ourselves. How we begin our day determines how meditative we are in our spiritual life. How we begin our day. Do we begin our day as a burden? Oh God, what is the time? 11 o'clock. Now what will I do after getting up? I'll get up only in the evening. And such people come and ask us. One lady went to the doctor and said, Doctor Sahab, I don't get sleep at night. Please tell me what I should do. Doctor said, okay, sit down. Let me ask you some question. What do you do the whole day? I sleep. Whole day you sleep, and then you ask at night you don't get sleep. To such a patient, what can be done? In the same manner, Swamiji, whenever I sit for meditation, the mind is too disturbed. What should I do? Whose mind is disturbed? Mine or yours? Yours. You should know. So, living in meditation means what? Number one, देखो सुनो मत बोलो. There is no need to comment on anything. Just watch, see, enjoy, and forget. Don't become with a frowny face by meditation. Beautiful things are in front of you. No. Enjoy every moment 100% without allowing any memories to happen. The moment memories happen, mind is polluted. The moment memories happen, past is created. See, the highest meditation is remember to forget. Most important. Otherwise, all old things. I went to somebody's house and they prepared food for me. So I was enjoying. Swamiji, how do you like this thing? I said, it's fine. It's fine. I said, yes. Last time you came in our house 6 years before, that time you liked it so much. Therefore, I prepared. I said, Amma, 6 years before, everything gone out, including memory. Don't allow memories to happen in your mind. Forgetting everything is remembering God. To remain in the present, no efforts are required. Wherever there are efforts, we are samsari. Patanjali Maharshi tells, how can we be perfectly happy in life? This is meditation. And poor Patanjali must be turning in his grave when he sees his Yoga Shastra is destroyed by the acrobatics of the body, twisting the body, not straightening the mind. He says, Sthira Sukham Asanam. Sukham, bliss. Sthira, steady. So, steadily happy. That is the meaning of asana. Not in what asana you sit, whether it's a Padmasana or a Bhanganasana. It's not the meaning. But all the time goes only in that. And then he gives the technique also. What is the steady bliss? He gives very simple technique. Prayatna Shaitilya. Efforts are only in the mind. When mind disappears, efforts disappear. See? For example, if somebody is hard of hearing, then he has to put lot of efforts to listen because of hard of hearing. And as a result, one gets tired. And when we get tired, why waste time? Go to sleep. Therefore, all those who sleep in meditation, why meditation? Satsanga also. This is my sadhana. That I keep on talking, although people are sleeping. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, do you become miserable sometime? Do you get that feeling, misery? Yes, I do get. When? I said, I don't get miserable, but I feel jealous. What jealousy? They can sleep, but I can't sleep. Hey, the jealousy. Hey, friends, why this comes is only because we have trained our mind, little quietness, go to sleep. Therefore, try this as a practice of meditation. Number one, we don't have to prayatna shaitilya, remain effortless or reduce the efforts. What is effort? We want to prove something to somebody. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Just be yourself. slowly, slowly, we will learn that all the meditation is straight away working on our mind, by the mind, in such a manner that the mind dissolves in its own source. What is our meditation or sleep? When you learn, every experience of our life is meditation, if we learn. Now, what I learned in this respect, I tell you. I was in a very big house, only two people staying, husband and wife, three-storied building in Calcutta, 23 cars, 15, 16 servants, the cooks for the man separate, for the lady separate, for the god separate, big temple inside the house, and a car separate, huge, and only two fellows. And when guest comes, for the guest separate servants. So my clothes wash and iron and given to me. So when I saw the clothes, I told the servant, thank you very much. Acha kiya aapne. Yeah, very good. And when I opened, the upper portion which you can see was perfect. The moment I opened Vishnu Sahasranam, all the wrinkles were intact. The real ironing is every wrinkle is removed. See, friends, both are wrinkles. But these wrinkles are like the thoughts in the mind. Wrinkles don't come from outside. They are coming out of the same cloth and they cover the beauty of the cloth. In the same manner, wrinkles of thoughts on the cloth of consciousness is a dirty expression called as mind. When these wrinkles are quietened, then the mind is no mind. The ugliness on the consciousness is mind. They don't come from outside. Therefore, we have to learn this while interacting with the world. That whenever we have given importance to anything or anybody, that becomes the source of creation of thoughts. This is how the thoughts are created. And we have given importance, none else can devalue it for us. See? And therefore, whenever we are functioning in this world, we have to maintain a baseline. Baseline is, I am Mr. Nobody. To be nobody means nirvishesha satta, non-specific being. Don't become anybody. When we become somebody, we try to prove something. In being, there are no efforts. See? Don't try to prove anything to anybody. Then we will be at peace with ourselves. So, meditation is living in this understanding that whenever we are disturbed, we have become someone special. Now, who is a special? Friend, enemy, mother, father, children. relations, possessions, somebody. Thoughts cannot stop erupting. See, friends. Now, next step. It's not difficult, friends. How the thoughts are formed. This is called in our Upanishad as the Hridaya Granthi or the knot in the heart. Knot is a knot which is not, and yet it is very naughty. Hridaya Granthi. If you take a cloth or a handkerchief and hit somebody, you don't get hurt. But if you make a knot at the end of the same handkerchief and hit somebody, it hurts. You must have played in that game. All the children sit in a round. I don't know whether you played or not. And then one person goes with a handkerchief in his hand and runs behind. Everybody is looking up. He cannot look behind. And while running, that person drops that handkerchief behind somebody. And if he has not understood that something is dropped behind him, then that boy will come and really hit him. That is the game. So if it is ordinary cloth, it will not hit. But what they do, they put something inside also and make a knot and then give. In the same manner, these thoughts are the knots. How the knots come? First of all, wrong notion. Wrong notion is, I want to do something. I want to do meditation. I want to do pranayam. I want to do japa. Meaning, if I do not do pranayam, I am not walking spiritual path. If I don't do japa, I am not doing. So it is under fear that we do anything. Let the things happen through wisdom. And one day you will clearly understand. And with that understanding, you do the same thing. That is living in meditation. For example, japa. When we are doing japa, are we doing it as a punishment? Or we are doing the japa for something to be understood about the mind? And if this you work on, then you are living in meditation. So what we have to work on? Thoughts are no problem. First principle of spiritual life. Thoughts are no problem. Therefore, don't get lost. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. Don't kill the mind. And this is what the ignorant people do by drinks and drugs. And the non-ignorant people do by pranayama and meditation. Both of them want to achieve the same thing. There should not be thoughts. See, there is one of the drugs. Don't try it. It is called heroin. You know heroin, you know that? That drug is heroin, really. And my friend in Australia, in Newcastle, it's a place, beautiful place. That is the best university they claim in the world, Newcastle University. So, he has a chemist shop. And I was staying with him. He says, Swamiji, tomorrow morning you come with me, I'll show you something. I said, okay. So when we went there, 9 o'clock shop opens, he was there by 8:45. He reached there. And shop was closed, we entered from the other side. And he said, you are simply sitting here, no comment, no nothing, don't look at anything. Just pretend that you are reading something. They're all right. Then at 9 o'clock he opened. There was a huge queue outside, maybe about 100 or so, all age groups, old, middle age, young, everybody. And then everybody will come, name, then he'll tick mark, and then give him one pill and a small cup with water. Drink it right here. To the cup, go. After all that was over, then he said, have you seen? I said, I have seen, but I don't know what you want me to see. He said, Swamiji, all these people are heroin addict. You take one dose of heroin, you are booked for life. And if they don't get it, they will do anything. Kill, loot, do anything. Therefore, that government thought, now you can't help them. They can't help themselves because the drug is like that. And therefore, if you put them in the jail, to maintain one, criminal in the jail is more expensive than giving them a dose. Anyway, they are destroying themselves. So he said, this complete bill I sent to government. Government pays me. And these people get it free. Addiction. See how important it is. In the same manner, we get this wrong notion that thought should be removed. No, please. Learn. Thoughts are no problem. Then what is the problem? Problem is the flow of thoughts. We take bath in Ganges. When we go to Rishikesh, take bath in Ganges. So nice, comfortable, cold water. Enjoy. But the same Ganges, when the Ganges are in floods, then it is the flow of the waters that takes us away. Not the water, flow of water. Exactly the same way. The thoughts are no problem. The flow of thought creates the problem in our life. I had to organize this retreat. Then what food should I cook? Whether I should do this thing? Should I go over there? Non-stop. See? And we get so much carried away by that. Therefore, we have to learn this. Whenever the theme is finite, thought breeding happens. Those who have heard me earlier, like him, you know this I explained earlier. Really? So, when the theme is finite, see, the example I can give is I had to cook breakfast theme. How many people are there? But will everybody take this thing? I think I'll prepare more. But then meat goes waste. No, we'll put it in the fridge. And then in the evening give tadka and make something out of it. One thought is breeding the next thought. See? So what is living in meditation? Let us recognize this. The themes of our thinking are finite. When we are chanting the Lord's name, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, this is a thought. and I want to prepare a cup of tea. This is also a thought. So what is the difference? Tea is a finite object about which we have a thought. So I want to have a cup of tea. Where will I get it? Second thought. Do they have the kettle? Third thought. Do they have the tea bags? Fourth thought. If they don't have tea bag, do they have the sieve? Fifth thought. Is the cup okay? One after another thought breeding will happen. But if the theme is the infinite, Lord's name, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete in itself. There is no next thought. It is for this purpose. The japa sadhana is done. See? Then we are consciously working on the mind. Therefore, living in meditation is our position in our life is slowly altered. Presently, where are we? We are in the objective world. It should be like that, it should be like that. See, that mirror is okay, but this mirror is little teda. I should make it little straight. It doesn't look good. But how come nobody is looking at it? They simply, they can't see that. They don't have the sense of perfection. Kuchru, 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 goes on and on, isn't it? How important it is, friends. Where are we? We are at the periphery of our personality. Meditation is living in the center and playing at the periphery. We are living at the periphery and suffering because of that. Friends, therefore, what is that which we are giving importance? If we give importance to anything finite, we cannot stop thought breeding. And when one thought breeds the next thought, there is a line of thoughts, a momentum is created, and then we realize, I was cooking something where from the bad smell is coming. It is already burnt. Oh, burnt already. Because the mind has been running somewhere and all that. See, friends, recognize this. And for this, the simplest technique our scriptures are given. Keep chanting Lord's name. I tell you how I protect myself from the world. When traveling, this doesn't happen too many times in USA or outside, but in India it happens. And if there are some Indians in the same flight, it happens. They will come and start like, Swamiji, where are you from? Why you are here? Why don't you die? Etc. So what I do, I take out my mala and tell, excuse me, my guru has told me not to speak to anybody when you are traveling. So you will excuse me, okay? And then whether I chant or not doesn't matter. Because when we talk to others, what do we talk? About our past. And when you talk about past, you are not in the present. See, my friends, these are subtle points with which we have to live every day. That is living in meditation. One more example I'll give. I went to somebody's house. This is example, okay? Went to somebody's house. And, Swami, you have come? Oh, please come. I said. And then, He asked me, "How are you?" Before I speak, "How am I?" he went outside and was looking this way, that way. And again he came inside. And Swamiji, how are you? And again he went outside. I was thinking, what is happening to this person? He is not even ready to listen to me. One word, I am okay. Why you have come? What can I get for you? Get a glass of water. Nothing. Come, ask a question and run out. So finally I asked him. I said, are you disturbed? No, 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 not disturbed. Somebody important person is coming, meaning you are unimportant. When we talk about the past or the future, we are insulting the present. Do we have a choice to live in the present or not to live in the present? How we cross the distances and time is only because we talk our memories. Friends, meditation is this conscious effort, which is effortless. Let us not get lost in this trail of thoughts. If you see, when people, like-minded people are together, one person tells, have you seen that, how nice that red mountain looks, That red mountain, do you know the red thing? I remember when I was in South Africa, there near immediately leaving that place, I went to South Africa. Yesterday I told. This is how our mind is playing tricks. And therefore, if you are among your friends and all that, talk, but don't talk anything seriously. Light, so light that nobody listens to you, like the Vedanta. So all meditation is, as you listen to Vedanta, listen to the world. Vedanta tells you, you are divine. Whether you know or you don't know, whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. Swamiji, okay, you are a fool of the highest order. Why you call me fool? So why don't you listen the same way? Like you listen to Vedanta, which has no impact on us. Listen to the world. But we get carried away by this. Therefore, friends, meditation is, we have to be completely aware of these things happening in the mind. So, when you are chanting the Lord's name, now we go to the next step, living in meditation. Chanting is not done for getting something. If I do the japa, I will get this thing. No. The Lord's name is chanted only to quieten the mind and ultimately dissolve the mind in consciousness. And for that, there are many techniques. One technique we'll try. When we chant the Lord's name, we'll go through two stages. First of all, chanting aspect. And second is the awareness aspect. So normally how we chant, we take the mala and try to finish it. That this type of jhatka is khatam hi nahi ho raha. So that should not be done. Number one. But if we are absolutely gone case, then do that. There are some completely gone case. They just can't do anything. And this is how they say God's name protects. But to whom and from whom, they don't tell. When some head-eating devotees come, to those head-eating devotees, the Mahatmas, Beta, you are a great, great person. Because nobody except that fellow in the world. Mahatma says, you are the greatest one. But there is some word silent. In English, there are silent in talk, Talk. Talk. L is silent. Similarly, in Hindi also, there are many silent words. See? You go to a shopkeeper and he will give you, he say, नहीं, आपको ज़्यादा नहीं लगाया. Silent word, चूना. See? The girl gets married and the father tells to her husband, Beta, take care. Bracket, your. She is a horrible one. See? So, we have to learn this, that when the japa is given by the Babaji, what for it is given? To protect themselves from the people. What they say? Beta, do this mantra. This is a special mantra for you. This is not ordinary mantra. This is from Kali Santaran Upanishad. That fellow has never heard it. Then he feels, oh, it's very great. And that mantra is Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. But you know, these ISKCON people, they chant the other way around. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Do you know why? It is not Vedic mantra. That mantra is altered to make it un-Vedic. It will not be that powerful as the mantra I give you. This is from the Upanishad, Kali Santrana Upanishad. Now he develops a kind of a pressure in himself. And this is the mantra. Chant after me. He asked him to chant 2-3 times. Then you have to do 36 malas per day. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. 1. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. 2. 108 times multiplied by 36. Booked for the day. Next time he will never come. This is how the devotees, the Mahatmas, are saved from the devotees. Oh, non-stop questions. See. We were in LA. One person asked question. Swamiji, in 3rd chapter, Bhagavan Krishna has told Karma Yoga. Yes. What are the need of the remaining chapters? I said, yes, you are right. It's not only human being do mistake. God also does mistake. God's mistake is you and me are created. Okay. After that was over, then my lecture was over. He said, Swamiji, you have cleared all the doubts of my life. I said, but the 3rd chapter, he said, no, now I understand. See, friends. So, when we are chanting the Lord's name, this is first step. Do it mechanically, it doesn't matter. This is called as Dravya Shakti. Like we take Tylenol. Do we know how Tylenol acts in life? We don't know. But it works. In the same manner, whether we know or we do not know, but chanting the Lord's name does have impact on our mind. We initially start from there. Therefore, we must have a discipline that every day we must have, this is called upasana. Every day we must have reading or chanting like we do um, Ram Raksha Stotra, Bhagavad Gita, or Upanishad, Jnaneshwari, whatever. Every day, spend some time on that. Then do the japa. By that, the mind remains oriented. Doing this consciously is living in meditation. Then, second step. The second step is we chant the Lord's name. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai. Now you do this, but in your mind, not loudly. And do it for some time till I tell you stop. And recognize that experience what you are going through. Then we will add one more parameter. Then there also you try to understand your own experience. And then we will tell you exactly what has happened to you. So start in your mind. In the mind loudly. No dissimilar thought should intercept. Stop. Now you have this experience. In this experience, if you have observed properly, initially when we start, there are efforts. As we chant for 5, 10, 15, 20 times, it becomes mechanical. Efforts are not required. It becomes mechanical. Whenever anything becomes mechanical, we are divorced from the mind. And we fall in the prakriti, in the words, in the speech. Mind is not required. See? Like for the first time, those who cook, why for the first time, those unqualified cooks, they have to have the different type of spoons. They are on that, 1 teaspoonful, 2 teaspoonful, and then what is to be done was, this happened in Singapore. There was one girl, she came to know I am in Singapore. She found out and called me, Swamiji, you have to come to our house. I will not leave you. I said, okay, I'll come. After I went to their house, then she called her mother. Mummy, Swamiji has come. Now I have to prepare upma for him. Please tell me. So holding the phone here and told, keep the pot on the, stove. Yes. Then put this, cover it properly. And see after 15 minutes. After 15, Mummy, nothing happened. Did you lead the stove? No, you didn't tell me. See, friends. And once the same lady has gone through many years thereafter, fighting with the daughter-in-law, shouting at the children, no spoons, no nothing, by the hand only, they keep on putting and it comes out so lovely. anything you do mechanically, your mind is not involved. Where mind is not involved, it is not meditation. Mind is not involved when we are mechanical. Mind is not involved when we sleep. Why I am telling you so many examples? So that you should not sleep. We have to ourselves remain aware. So, first step, we have chanted in our mind, and after some time, it becomes mechanical. So, what is living in meditation? Not a single chanting becomes mechanical. So, we have to involve our mind. Now, how to involve the mind while chanting the Lord's name and not making it mechanical process? Now, that experiment we'll do. Now, again, chant like you did earlier, and then I'll give some instruction in between. Add that parameter. Begin. Now, you are chanting in your mind. So, you listen to what you are chanting. So, two things are happening: chanting and listening to what is being chanted. Continue. Stop. Now, you had earlier experience and you have the second experience. There is a difference. And what is the difference? Difference is, now it is not a mechanical act of chanting. Now be very attentive. Chanting or speech is karmendriya, organ of action. Listening is jnanendriya, organ of perception. When knowledge and action, they synchronize 100%. Ida and Pingala, when they synchronize perfect, they merge. Merging of Ida and Pingala is called as Sushumna. And the Sushumna is nothing but the consciousness, ready to be merged in the Absolute. And when this becomes extremely subtle and deep and effortless, then there is an experience, but here there is a danger. We may start enjoying the experience. Don't enjoy the experience. Don't become experiencer. Only watch that now the speech and the mind have merged. So this experience without the birth of an experiencer is ready to merge in the infinite. But here many siddhis start surfacing. You are able to read somebody's mind. You are able to predict something. You are able to help somebody. Do not get caught up in that. This whole process of working on the mind consciously and living through the day and night. But while living through the day and night, this process should be a continuous. See, it is not half an hour meditation and rest of the day frustration. No. We have to live in meditation 24/7. Otherwise, like the dieting, eating only the grass and after that 1 kilo of ice cream, it has no meaning. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.